Manly United in round 8 of the NPL New South Wales women's competition. Previous to this match, Sydney Olympic defeated the Apia Leichhardt Tigers in the men's by 3-1. And now it's the women's turn to show what they know on the football pitch. Today's lineups. The hosts, Sydney Olympic, start with Jada Wyman in goals. Number 3, Natasha Atkin. Number 6, Kate Halaska. Number 5, Emily Koss. Number 2, Jessica Frampton. Number 8, Teresa Polias. Number 12, Raquel Borromeo. Number 16, Panayota Petrados. Number 7, Sarah Yadam. Number 15, Sienna Fraser. And number 11, Georgia Plessis. For the travelling Manly, in goals, number 1, Nicole Simonson. Number 14, Nicole Stewart. Number 5, Ali Green. Number 13, Hannah Peric. Number 12, Brianne Parker. Number 6, Ruby Jackson. Number 8, Sophie Nenadovic. Number 10, Chloe O'Brien. Number 30, Claudia Chalakian. Number 7, Emily Minute. And number 3, Paddy Charalumbus. Both teams come into this game off victories in their last round. Sydney Olympic coming away with a come-from-behind 2-1 victory against Bankstown City away at Jensen Park, while Manly United finally won their first game after 4 games without a victory. They defeated the table-topping Illawarra Stingrays by 3-1 at Coroma Park. It's been a tough start to the season for Manly, losing up to 14 senior players in their squad. And it hasn't been easy for Chris Williams' team to replace these, especially Remy Simpson, who is now playing and plying her trade in the US, one of his team's leaders in the last few seasons. As for Sydney Olympic, again tonight they will have to do the job without Susan von Songkamp and Angelique Christodoulou, who are both with the young Matildas. We're sure to be in for a great game of football here tonight. Both teams needing victories. Sydney Olympic to stay in reach of the premiership and to at least hit the top of the table for a couple days, with the rest of the round to be played on Sunday night. For Manly, a victory would put them just outside the top 5, and 2 victories in a row will be a massive confidence boost for Chris Williams' team. Sydney Olympic have got us underway already. Fantastic venue for football once again. Women's football under lights. It's the second time this season. Fantastic initiative by Sydney Olympic to move this game to Belmore Sports Ground on Anzac Day and combine it with the men's fixture for a double header. Still a healthy crowd here. A few hundred people in the grounds have stayed to watch Sydney Olympics women against Manly. It's a tough tackle there in midfield by Nenadovic. And another big tackle there returned by Sienna Fraser. And Fraser comes up with the ball and plays it back to Frampton. For George Beltzos' team, despite all the big signings they did make in the off-season, nobody expected them to start the season this well. And they sure want to keep this going, because at the moment they are right in the battle for the premiership. Frampton with the throw for the Blues. Panayota Petrados' brother just finished his game with the men's team, and now she's on the park. A very talented footballing family. Of course, the father, many years in the NSL, and later competed throughout the New South Wales footballing tears. One of the toughest defenders you'll definitely come up against, but his children are all very attacking and attack-minded. Sarah Yadam, she was very dangerous against Bankstown, and her technique will be something she'll look to exploit against Nicole Stewart in the left back position. Speaking to Chris Williams prior to kickoff, he was very impressed and proud of his side's victory last week. He said it was a long time coming for his team, those 3 points, and now they need to build on from that. Atkin gives the ball up now. 2 minute, and she's played through Paddy Charalumbus. Charalumbus beats one. Frampton's there to clear the danger, and first real opportunity here for Manly United. The mini Paddy Charalumbus should have done better with that chance. Presented herself to her on a platter. She did well to be the first defender, but should have done better. And Petrados loses out to Ruby Jackson. Of course, Manly have had a very successful reserve grade team over the years, and Sharon Egger as the technical director and Chris Williams as the head coach have really pressed on to make sure it's a younger side that can be used in the first grade team whenever needed. Fantastic setup at Manly United, especially their women's program, which has shown us some extremely good results over the years. They won a grand final 2 years back and have been an ever-present force in the finals over the last 3 to 4 years. Risky ball there by Halaska. She finds Atkin, who plays the ball quickly to the left to Emily Koss, and Koss looks to explore some of that space in front of her. Georgia Plessis, still Plessis. No options in the midfield for the left winger, and United clear their lines. Sydney Olympic did start slow last week as well and went down early, and we almost had a repeat, but here's a good ball in toward Yadam, and again Simonson spilt it, and Sarah Yadam, she's pounced on that error by the Manly United keeper, and she's tucked the ball into the back of the net. Good ball in from the left to handle for Nicole Simonson, and Sarah Yadam with the easiest of jobs, tapping the ball into an empty net. Sydney Olympic 1, Manly United 0 on 6 minutes. It's exactly the start that George Beltsos would have wanted to see from his team. And an error that Chris Williams' side could have done without so early on in this fixture. It's quite a big pitch here at Belmore, so both, and it's another error by Simonson, and Sienna Fraser, she stopped and she's wasted that opportunity. I'm not quite sure why she decided to stop there. If she kept going, she would have beaten both defenders and been one-on-one with Simonson. Poor decision there by the Sydney Olympic striker, and I think it was Hannah Petich with a poor ball back to Simonson, and Simonson undecided whether to go or not. But Sienna Fraser really should have capitalised on that defensive error. That's 2 defensive errors in the space of 90 seconds for Manly. Simonson it's not quite the confident start she'd like to have as a goalkeeper early on. And if Sydney Olympic can, they're going to look to exploit that. And the United defence looks at 6s and 7s. It's Teresa Polias now, playing in Plessis, who's definitely onside. Georgia Plessis, too high for Fraser. Brianne Parker's got caught a couple times now on the right side. She seems to be pushing too far forward. An Olympic push very quickly in transition. Here's Polias, last week's star of the show. Well, not really last week's, 3 days ago. Both these sides turned up 3 days ago, and Teresa Polias was arguably the player of the round with 2 fantastic goals, one from a set piece and another great header coming off a Sienna Fraser ball. And Yadam now pressing Stewart and back to Simonson, who's done well to clear under pressure from Petrados. Now Olympic look to restart. And now it's United. Great save by Wyman. But it's United again, and this time it's an offside flag has thwarted Claudia Chalakian. And Emily Minute was almost in there. She forced a fine save from the Olympic goalkeeper. Jada Wyman, who's one of the best keepers in the league. She's just displayed that once more. Starting to sound like a broken record, but she really is a special goalkeeper, and one that I believe one day will be one of the best in the world. Still only a teenager, coming through the Football New South Wales Institute system. It's a poor ball there. Stewart picks up the loose ball. Frampton manages to clear, but the ball once more with Manly. Frampton does well again. That'll be a Sydney Olympic throw after Chloe O'Brien couldn't get control of the ball. Petrados, she's been quiet to start off with. Looks for Borromeo, but can't find her feet. And Borromeo was another that performed extremely well on Monday afternoon at Jensen Park. Well won there by Petrados. Minute making the foul. Fraser now. And it's Teresa Polias. Borromeo loses out to Charalambus. Not much in front of her. It's a poor ball there, straight to the feet of Sarah Yadam. An Olympic can go again. And it's a nutmegs by Yadam. She is a futsal player, and we all know futsal players love a cheeky nutmeg. Polias looking for options in the box. We know how dangerous her set pieces are, and it's quite a flat effort there from Polias. She's gone again direct. She knows that Simmons's confidence is fairly low at the moment, so the best way to try and create something, is to test her out once more. But she was safe in that situation. Charalumbus on the ball once more for United now. It's a minute. The good turn. There's a hard challenge in midfield there from Kate Halaska. And it's a good opportunity now for United just outside the box. Jada Wyman could be tested here. Looks like Ali Green or Paddy Charalumbus having a conversation over who'll take this one. Both can hit them. We've seen it in the past. It looks like Charalumbus has pulled rank, and I think she'll take it. You'll either get this one on the train tracks or in the top corner. It's about what you get from Paddy Charalumbus. And it's Ali Green. She's headed it back into the mix. Here's an opportunity, but it's an offside call. And Claudia Chalakian celebrating, but she's just noticed it's an offside. Did well to stick her foot in, but the flag was up almost immediately. So it's still 1-0 for Manly. Sorry, for Sydney Olympic after 14 minutes of play. Beautiful night for football at Belmore Sports Ground tonight. And plaudits must go to Sydney Olympics backroom staff and the administration for moving this game to Belmore Sports Ground as opposed to Peter Moore just behind this pitch on Anzac Day, creating a double header. And it's Sarah Yadam now. Yadam with an effort, but blocked, well blocked. And now United will look to break quickly here. Chalakian looks for Minna, but Jada Wyman's there. The clearances were a bit off on Monday afternoon as well, as was that one, but she manages to clear the danger. And Manly have a throw deep in Olympic territory. Bit of pinball there on the edge of the area. Olympic managed to clear the ball, and now it's Sienna Fraser looking to create some damage on the other end. Remember, this is the first game of round 8 action in the New South Wales NPL women's competition. On Sunday, the action continues live on Facebook and YouTube, Football New South Wales channels. Blacktown Spartans face the Illawarra Stingrays at 3 p.m. at Blacktown Football Park. Let's just see Plessis here. Finds Petrados. And again Petrados, but she's blocked twice. Excellent work from the Manly United defence. The ball once more at Olympic feet. Theresa Polias, and she's tackled hard from behind there. Referee calls no foul. And it looks like Polias is in big trouble here. It's a heavy challenge from behind. But looks like Petrados after all will be okay. It was a heavy challenge, but the referee decided that no foul was needed. And it'll be a drop ball. And Palaio sportingly returns the ball to Manly United. It'll be a somewhat of a derby between the Football New South Wales Institute and Emerging Jets. Two young teams locking horns at Valentine Sports Park. And who would have imagined after 8 rounds, the Northern Tigers, table toppers, league leaders, taking on last year's grand finalist Sydney University at North Taramara Recreational Area. It's been quite the season for the Northern Tigers, and if they can continue this, it'll be an unbelievable campaign for them. If you follow the women's competition, they've struggled in previous seasons, and they've really recruited well this season and set up a system that's allowed them to post some fantastic results in the first 7 rounds of the competition. We'll continue on then to Northbridge Oval as the North Shore Mariners host local rivals, the Northwest Sydney Koalas. The Mariners recording their first win of the season last week, and it'll be an opportunity for their team now to build on that success. And finally at 4:30 p.m. at Linwood Park, the champions Macarthur Rams take on Bankstown City. It's Renee Rollison's free kick that brought them a point last week at uni when it looked like all was done. And it's the veterans that are pulling through the Macarthur Rams. Kylie Ledbrook the week before. Renee Rollison this week. Lena Karmas obviously getting fouled for that opportunity that created the 1 point for the Macarthur Rams. Some exciting football, but first is another chance for Olympic. Frampton only as far as Charolumbus at the far post. And it's ball with Chalakian and Paige Charolumbus once more. Stewart looking for options. Ali Green, my apologies. But ball given away to Olympic, and it's another nutmegs by Yadam, and she's racking up a bill for the Manly players. That's 2 fines next training session. First Nicole Stewart, now Chloe O'Brien. And Polias looking to steal in front there, but the ball finding its way to Charolumbus. It's Green to O'Brien, who flicks the ball for Stewart. Stewart does well to beat Frampton. She's slowed down though, looking for an option. No one coming and looking for that ball. And now Plessis looking to go the other way. Beats her first defender. And Fraser's mixed up her lines there, and the ball ends up with Manly once more. Green moving from centre back, but giving the ball away straight into her bench. As we were saying earlier, 3rd place for Sydney Olympic on the ladder. Quite a successful start to the campaign. It's Emily Minnett now coming through. Frampton's done well once more. She's had a great start to this game. Jessica Frampton. George Beltelis' team, 4 wins, 2 draws, and only the 1 loss. He'll be very pleased with how his side's kicked off this campaign. And now it's Stewart. She's dangerous down this left. This time it's Halaska making a last-ditch tackle. Frampton clears upfield. It's out for a Manly United throw-in. Susan von Sonkamp has been outstanding for Sydney Olympic so far this season, but she's away on young Matilda's duty. And many would have expected her to probably be an even bigger loss for Olympic, but they've managed well without her, and they showed that last week when they beat Bankstown City. Stewart to throw, looking for minute. Jackson. Back for Stewart. A missed clearance there by Halaska, but Atkins there to clear the danger. Amanda Harafios is available next week to challenge Jada Wyman for that number 1 position. Harafios, who was sent off 2 weeks ago against the MacArthur Rams. She's now sat out her second suspended game and she'll be back in contention next week. Sonny Franco's also on the bench for Manly after seeing red 2 weeks ago for a second yellow. Fine work there once more by the right back. Sarah Yadam gives the ball away, and that should be a Manly United throw. The referee says play on. Yadam won't be happy with that call, and it's Petrados. Just to prove how much Fonsonkan means to this side, she's the top scorer with 7 goals. She's only played 6 games this season. My apologies, 5 games this season. She's been integral along with Teresa Polias. Polias also finding her goal scoring boots. She's on 5 for the season. I don't think she scored that many in a very long time. Despite still sitting fairly low, she manages to push through and get up and involve herself in these attacks. And it's another opportunity for Chalakian, but it's easy for Wyman. And Manly really hasn't created much since that Paddy Charalambous chance early on, and disallowed goal from Claudia Chalakian. The same can be said for Olympic after that 2-minute blitz where they should have scored 2, picking up only 1. The game settled down and moved into a period where both sides are trying to connect a few passes and look for space to create another attack. Goss. Her ball goes, and it's another error here by Perich. And this time Fraser moves in on Simonson, but she saves well. Great save by Nicole Simonson. She's made up for that error in the 5th minute. And really, that's 2 gilt-edged opportunities for the Sydney Olympic striker. Sienna Fraser once more in the 25th minute this time, missing another fantastic chance after another error by Hannah Perich. George Beltsos doesn't want those missed opportunities to come back to haunt his side. Manly United does have players that can punish, in particular Claudia Chalakian. It's another ball given away at the back, and this time Georgia Plesser steals in. She's got Fraser in the middle. She goes on her own. She can't find the target. Real errors creeping in at the back for Chris Williams' side, and it's something he will need to address at the break. Olympic won't miss many more of these opportunities. They will get punished if they keep it going. Simonson now to Perich. She finds Chalakian. Claudia Chalakian scored 4 goals this season, and she's a top scorer, along with Remy, who's only played 3 games this year before moving back to the States. It's a dangerous ball there, and Stewart's on that. The left back likes to get forward. Very modern fullback. Great engines from Stewart. And minutes giving the ball away. And now Sarah Adam goes the other way, and that's a bad challenge by Stewart. But the referees played advantage to Polias, looking to slide in Georgia Plessis, who made the run in behind the Manly United defence. Polias this time stopped by Ali Green. Olympic starting again. Emily Koss finding some space, but she's well marshalled there by Parker. Perich again plays the ball to an Olympic player. It's been a shaky start from the centre back so far. Just a clearance there from Manly. They don't want to lose any more balls deep in their half, because Olympics already had a couple chances and they haven't been able to take them. Just the one from Nicole Simonson's error, where she dropped the ball at the feet of Sarah Yadam, who had an easy job there of just tapping it into an empty net. And this looks like could be a good chance here for the away side. Chalakian beats one. Slight push in the back, and the referee says play on. 15 minutes to go in this first half at Belmore Sports Ground. Sydney Olympic lead Manly by 1-0. Sarah Yadam the goal scorer. Fraser looking for Polias. Yadam making a run down the right. She's got Stewart in front of her. She'll look to take her on. She does. Finds Polias almost. And another poor ball given away by United. It's got to be a coach killer for Chris Williams. And Paddy Charalumbus now on the counter attack. She's got lots of time. Not enough players in the box though. She lays the ball back to midfield to Chloe O'Brien, who crosses, but it's a poor ball into the middle. And Ali Green reacts well there. That could have been dangerous had Sienna Fraser got on the end of that clearance. And it's a poor ball by Ali Green. Emily Koss with lots of time, no pressure on her. Plessis gives up possession to Chalakian, but she wins it back once more. And now Polias looking to get an attack moving. Not the greatest of balls to Yadam, played in behind her instead of in front. And Polias once more looking for options. She's got Plessis at the far post. Plessis, great save by Simonson once more. Petrados can't get on the end of that one. Manly managed to clear their lines, and now O'Brien goes the other way. Chalakian looking for Minute. She was offside, I'm going to say. It was a very close call, nevertheless. And now Minute putting some pressure on the centre halves of Sydney Olympic. Petrados. That was a good ball there. Unlucky for Plessis. She saw Petralis making a late run down the left wing. But good defending from Parker. Now minute out wide for Chalakian. Looks in, and it's Charalumbus! Off the post, but she's offside. Good strike. Wouldn't have counted. That's positive from Manly. They need more of this. Doesn't matter if that chance was offside. They've got to make more chances in the attacking third. They've been a little stale there at the moment. George Beltsos off the bench. Not happy with how his side's fallen asleep there. It's a good battle here between Fraser and Petić, and Teresa Polias almost breaking through. Hard challenge there on Ali Green from Sienna Fraser. And it's a foul on Polias. The referee thought about it, decided to give it. A dangerous ball there. Almost catches out Atkin. It's still on for Manly here on the counter, but the Olympic defence looked all over the place. Only two players left back there and a whole heap of white shirts moving forward. They managed to recover quickly. Chalakian can't grab control of that ball. Polias finds Fraser. Very calm play from Sydney Olympic. They don't seem to push when they don't need to. They like to keep the ball and not rush their chances and try and keep possession for as long as possible. Atkin. Back to Wyman, and she almost got caught showing off her footwork on Monday afternoon, but was lucky to get away with Tanya Babin closing it down from Bankstown City. Stewart now moving forward once more. Not many options in the box for the left back, and I thought she won a corner there. Yes, she has. No, the referees changed their mind and given a goal kick. And it looks like it's going to be an early change for Sydney Olympic. Hannah Lee Curry making her way onto the pitch. And I believe that's Georgia Plessis coming off. It's a not quite what George Beltsos wants, but an opportunity for Curry to show what she can do. In fact, it's Raquel Borromeo who's made her way to the bench. She wasn't as effective as she was on Monday night, and obviously that's due to an injury, and that's why she's exited the pitch on 37 minutes. Frampton moving forward. Sarah Yadam in support, but she can't find Yadam. Angry with herself there for not flicking the ball through to her right winger. Manly seem to be lacking that number 9 up front and a bit of width on the wings. The options aren't there right now for them going forward, and defensively they've made some horrible errors inside this first half so far. And now Claudia Chalaki, and she can make something happen. She's got Atkin for company. Into the box. But Halaska clears. It's another ball over the top by O'Brien. Finds Chalakian once more. But she's given the ball away this time. Nanatovic was in the middle looking for a cross, but he wasn't forthcoming. Now Sarah Yadam has Petrados in front. Manly clean up the loose ball. Minute now pushing there, looking to put some pressure on Kate Halaska, but the ball's found its way out of the pitch and it'll be a Sydney Olympic throw-in. Yadam has the ball taken off her by her own player. Charolumbus saves the ball from going out for a corner. Frampton now combines with Yadam, and it's Frampton once more. Good defending by Ali Green. Clears the danger. Fraser looking to find her way into the box. She does, but Georgia Plessis was too central. She should have been coming in from a wider position. She definitely would have been in with a chance then. Perich clears. Only as far as Polias, who's looking for Sarah Yadam. She finds the right winger. Yadam with a defender to beat. She does, gets past Stewart. Into the box for Fraser. Fraser turns. And again Fraser. And she's made it 2. She had 2 or 3 bites of the cherry and she finally made her chance count. Sienna Fraser makes it 2-0 to Sydney Olympic. With less than 5 minutes remaining in the first half. She took her time on that one and found the bottom right corner. Sydney Olympic 2, Manly United 0 in the 41st minute. Not the first half Chris Williams was looking for from his side. 2 goals down, heading into half time. Could get worse for Manly. Manly bench and players not happy with the referee's call. They wanted a handball and at the very least a throw-in, but they got neither. And now Frampton will get us back underway from the throw-in. Frustration boiling over here for United. Petrados. Here's Petrados again. She's going to go for it. And she'll claim that was a through ball for Plessis. Good first half here for the home side. Going into the break, 2 goals to the good. Polias! Got excited with that chance. Wanted to hit it first time on the volley, make it spectacular, but she just couldn't get her body over the ball enough. It sailed over the bar. It remains 2-0 for Olympic. Manly looking to play the ball out from the back once more. Simonson wide to Ali Green. Green looking for Stewart down the left. Atkins there, clear, and it should have been an Olympic throw, but Manly's got the ball. George Beltos won't be happy if the away team scores from this sequence of play. Well defended there by Nenadovich. Stewart finds Charalumbus. Stewart can't get onto the ball. Wasn't the greatest of balls by O'Brien. Stewart's won it off Yadam. Charalumbus now likes to get onto her trusty left foot. Minute loses out in her battle. She's been fairly quiet in this first half. Yet to get really involved. Nenadovich. Good challenge once more from Jessica Frampton. She really has been the standout performer in this first half for me so far. O'Brien looks for Chalakian. Chalakian. Still Chalakian. Claudia Chalakian, sister of Brendan, Manly United star. O'Brien has an effort from distance, but hits the Sydney Olympic defender, and that's half-time at Belmore Sports Ground. Fantastic first half from Sydney Olympic. They lead by 2-0 against Manly, and the away side will be somewhat happy with this result. It could have been much worse for them, with lots of errors creeping into their defensive line. But at half-time, thanks to goals from Sarah Yadam and Sienna Fraser, Sydney Olympic lead by 2-0. In the earlier fixture, Sydney Olympic faced Apia Leichhardt Tigers in the men's NPL 1 New South Wales competition. The home side coming away with a 3-1 victory. And they look to be set to do the double this afternoon, or this evening, sorry, as the Sydney Olympic women lead by 2-0 against Manly United, thanks to a 6th-minute goal by Sarah Yadam following a Nicole Simonson error. And 4 minutes from half-time, Sienna Fraser doubled the home side's advantage. Sydney Olympic lead by 2-0. It hasn't been the start to the evening that Chris Williams would have wanted for his Manly United side. Too many errors in the defensive line for his team, and it's cost him so far today. For George Beltsos, it's all positives. They'll look to continue on in the second period. Williams wouldn't have been happy, and he would have let his girls know that at half time, and they've started early here. It's a great opportunity. Chalakian couldn't test Wyman, but it's a positive start. It's what Chris Williams would have wanted. An early goal with exactly what the doctor ordered for Manly United. He's a first half substitute, Hannah Lee Curry, coming on to replace Raquel Borromeo, and that's seen Emily Koss move into the centre of midfield, allowing Curry to drop into left back. Teresa Polias and Panayota Petrados have both been fairly quiet, but it doesn't seem to have affected the home side much. They're leading by 2-0, and with them to inform, I can only imagine what would have happened. Sienna Fraser missing a couple gilt-edged opportunities before finding her first goal of the night. Is Georgia Plessis. Loses out to Paddy Charalumbus, who looks early for Emily Minute. She finds her. Minute gets past her, Atkin, but she's used her hand in the process, and it'll be a free kick to Sydney Olympic. Fraser wins that battle, but still with the ball. Doesn't get a free kick. It's a poor challenge there from Fraser late on Brianne Parker. She's lucky she got away with that one. She got away with one on Monday afternoon as well against Bankstown. She's used her hands there to tackle Parker. She's very lucky she didn't get her marching orders on Sunday for a dangerous challenge. Just then she's lucky she didn't come away with a free kick for Manly and potentially a yellow card for her. It was late, so the referee may have missed it. Here goes Paddy Charalumbus. Minutes onside, but Halaska's done well. And now Minutes flicked the ball across goal for Chalakian. Chalakian with options in the middle and almost comes off a hand man. It's the Charalumbus. She doesn't get up for headers often. She should have done better with that one. She would have scored. Question marks would have been asked of the Sydney Olympic defence. She is the smallest player on the park. And for the smallest player on the park to score a header, well, you've got to ask your defenders what's going on there. But lucky she's, for Olympics, she's headed over the bar. But again, it's positive from Manly, much more positive than the first half. They did have 2 opportunities, one a disallowed goal and the other a chance that Charalambos probably should have taken advantage of. Chris Williams has sent his whole side to warm up. And it's another late challenge. And the referee's given a free kick. I believe that's Fraser once more. She's very lucky she hasn't found her way into the book. And the referee's having a chat with the linesman, and Fraser has got away with another one. Curry intercepts and plays through. But here goes Nenadovich. It's a good opportunity and a fantastic challenge by Kate Halaska. She had to get that one perfect. Otherwise, it could have been good night for her. She could have seen red, but instead is a fantastic challenge. One she'll love to see when she gets home and flicks it back. To watch the replay of this match. Fine challenge by the centre back. It was good work there from Nenadovich too to steal the ball and try and get in on Wyman. Nenadovich, a Newcastle Jets player. Paddy Charalambos has gone down in the box. There was nothing in that. Stewart under a bit of pressure from Yadam. Yadam's also been quieter than usual. It hasn't been the perfect performance from Olympic, but they do lead. And here goes Yadam now. Still Yadam. Almost plays in Petrados. But Stewart does well to block the ball and clear the danger. In fact, it was Claudia Chalakian doing her defensive duties. And now Charalambos on the ball for Manly. Olympic go back to the keeper. It's Atkin. Charalambos pressuring Curry, but she does fantastically well. The substitute, Hannah Curry, but she's forgotten the ball. She did very well to get past a couple defenders there. Charalambos finds O'Brien. Space now for Stewart. She loves getting into those attacking areas. Ali Green now. Some good sustained pressure here from the away side, and they'll need to capitalise on this soon. And now Charalambos in the box. She's got the substitute Curry to try and beat. She wins a corner off her. And Hannah Peric making her way into the opposition box now, and along with Ali Green. Manly are dangerous from set pieces. They always have been. Something they work on very hard, and they're crowding Wyman. O'Brien also in the box. Wyman comes. She doesn't collect. Olympic clear, and so does Polias in the second attempt, all the way back into Manly's half. So much confidence from Wyman to beat that ring of players around her to come out and try and claim that ball. It's a throw in for Manly. Chalakian looks long. Sarah Yadam. Polias with a neat ball for Fraser. Excellent defending by Ali Green. Now Nicole Simonson on the ball. Man United keeper made a costly error. That famous goalkeeping howler term coming back, and here's a great chance for Olympic. Error there by Peric once more. Plessis looking to get in here in the box. That's a dangerous challenge. And that could have been a penalty. The referees waved it away. Plessis was definitely taken out there late. The referee says play on. Definitely looked like there was contact, and I thought the referee was going to point to the spot and give Sydney Olympic the opportunity to make it 3-0. Brianni Parker there with that challenge. It's another long ball over the Olympic defence, but Wyman was there to clean up if she had to. And Paddy Charlumbus needs to concentrate on the game. Some decisions haven't gone her way, and she's letting the referee know about it. Wyman does well under pressure. And Manly's won the ball here, and it's Chalakian. But they've given it away. Peric. Here goes Minna, gets past one but not the second, and it'll be a Manly United throw-in. Beautiful night for football. Was a warm day. It has cooled down somewhat. Excellent conditions and a healthy crowd still here at Belmore Sports Ground. Watching this game, still a couple hundred here. Excellent for women's football, and some great football on display tonight. Here's a good chance, Chalakian, but she's volleyed well over the bar. Wyman restarts the action. Frampton looks long. And now Halaska under a bit of pressure, but she finds her keeper, who's very confident with her feet. United play the ball back to Simonson. She gets them underway once more. And creativity seems to be the issue for Manly. They're struggling to get that ball out wide, and then when they do, they're missing that player in the middle at the point of the attack. Definitely a position that Chris Williams will want to strengthen once the transfer window opens. The departure of Remy Simpson has really hit the side hard. That natural goal scorer is what they're missing. Also losing Sophie Harding from their side. Sophie Harding switching to rivals Northwest Sydney Koalas. Harding a fine player, lots of pace and a good finisher. Should be perfect for this Manly team. Look to foul there, and the referee's blown it Manly's way, and it's in a dangerous position again. Peric makes her way forward, as does Ali Green. And Emily Minute, all targets in the box. One of them will look to get on the end of this one. 60 minutes in, only still half an hour of time to go. Lots of time for Manly to get themselves back into this one. Chalakin in an offside position. It's Peric at the far post. Ball's come back, and it should have been better from Chalakian. She had to hit the target from that position. She was under pressure, but nevertheless had to get that shot on target and at least test Wyman. Good chance for the away side. Goes begging. It looks like Williams will head to the bench and make his first changes of the game. He'll need his substitutes to make a real impact on this game. Jane Van Zeno getting ready to come on. And O'Brien there does well to get past Polias, but had she lost the ball, Manly would have been in trouble. Now Chalakian can't get past Frampton. Shown a lot of qualities, Jessica Frampton, in the last 2 games that we have televised as match of the round. Hannah Peric makes her way forward. It gives the ball away. Some good work, but then a poor pass undoes all that good she did. And Jane Van Zeno comes on. It's an attacking substitution from Chris Williams. Sophie Nenadovich, the one to make way for her. And she's headed straight off to have a chat to the physio. Could be another injury-related substitution. The substitute into the action right away. Fraser gives the ball up. Now Parker not happy with the referee's call. Charalumbus, but minutes offside. This is the first game of round 8 action in the NPL New South Wales Women's 1 competition. 5 more games to be live streamed this Sunday, the 28th of April. Blacktown Spartans and the Illawarra Stingrays at Blacktown Football Park, Football New South Wales Institute and Emerging Jets at Valentine Sports Park, both kicking off at 3 p.m. Then at 3:30, our cameras are live at Northern Tigers and Sydney University, as well as the North Shore Mariners and North Sydney Koalas at Northbridge Oval. Finally, the round. Oh, it's a dangerous chance there, and that can almost beat Wyman, but the keeper did well to get a touch onto that and flick it out for a corner. Round 8 action rounds up at MacArthur Rams, at Linwood Park, with the Rams taking on Bankstown City. Another good opportunity for the away side. Time is starting to run out now. 25 minutes to go in this one. Charalumbus with the corner. Looks for Peric. Ball finds its way out to Chalakian. Chalakian with Yadam for company. Parker. Minute. She gives the ball away, but she manages to win it back against Charalumbus. Good ball by Charalumbus out wide for Stewart. Manly players making their way into the box, giving Stewart options. She goes back. There's an opportunity, but only into the arms of Wyman. It's a good challenge there from Plessis and Parker, and Plessis manages to get away. Parker letting her know she's there. Curry wins a throw off O'Brien. Chloe O'Brien. Charalumbus on her left foot. Oh, and minutes fluffed her lines there. Another substitution. Sonny Franco now about to enter the fray. It looks like she'll be coming on for Claudia Chalakian. Bit of a surprise substitution, this one. Chalakian looked like the one that would make something happen. It hasn't been easy for both of these sides, having to back up from only 3 days ago. Sydney Olympic defeated Bankstown City at Jensen Park by 2-1, while the Manly United inflicted the Illawarra Stingrays' first loss of the season on them, winning 3-1 at Cromer Park. Frampton almost gets on the end of that one. It's Polias. She swipes that one wide of the goal. And it's another substitution. Cheyenne Wise Jarvis now making her way onto the park. She'll be coming on with 20 minutes to go. Replacing Ruby Jackson. Here's a chance for Minute. Into the box. Minute. Good save by Wyman. It's another good opportunity for Manly. These are all positives for the away side. Akin does well to come away with that one. A poor clearance by Parker. Straight into the stands. It'll be a Manly throw to Fraser. Couldn't control the ball. It's Green now battling away. Quick throw for O'Brien. And O'Brien almost wins through. So that could have been a dangerous opportunity for Manly. And Fraser. Parker not happy. It looked like as though she'd pulled the chair from underneath Fraser and just backed away. The striker expected contact from the defender, but it never came. Nevertheless, there was a slight tug of the shirt. The referee's given a foul. It's Georgia Plessis into the box looking for Sarah Yadam. And it's Petratos. Saved by Simonson. And it'll be a goal kick. Petratos with a powerful effort, but Simonson gets a strong palm to the ball to keep it out, and then Petratos could have put away the rebound. Charalambus. Good ball by Franco for Parker. It's Ali Green now. She can cross them. Good ball by Ali Green to the far post, and it's a poor effort. Very disappointing from Manly United. I think that was Emily Minute there. She should have done better with the volley. Fantastic ball in by Ali Green. Peric for Parker. To foul on Fraser. Will give Teresa Police the opportunity to whip another dangerous ball in. Polias with a free kick. Fantastic ball in. Petratos looking to get on the end of it. And well held there by Simonson. Good shot by Emily Koss. And it's Ali Green now chasing down Halaska. Halaska does well to clear under pressure. And 15 minutes to go in this one. Manly will need a goal very soon if they're to get back into this. Time is running out. Ali Green once more on the ball. And Jessica Frampton just bulldozes her way to the ball. She's been outstanding for Sydney Olympic. Definitely the best player on the park this evening for the home side. Polias can't find Petrados. The ball's still with Manly. Minute crosses, but only into the arms of the waiting Jada Wyman. Wyman loves taunting the opposition attackers. Sonny Franco that time. She may get caught out one day, but until then, she'll continue to play the game. Loves having the ball at her feet. At times, probably thinks she's an outfield player. Has to remember she's the goalkeeper. Not all keepers have fantastic footwork. And it'll be a change apiece. Gemma Van Wieren coming on to replace Brianni Parker for Manly, while Laura Johnson is going to replace the goal scorer Sienna Fraser for Sydney Olympic. It's the second change of the game, and she receives the plaudits from the faithful here. Sienna Fraser. Manly United with a free kick just in front of halfway. They will send it long, and this could be an avenue in for them. Good ball. Peric heads on, but Charalumbus couldn't get on the end of it. Plessis to Petrados, who finds Polias, and now Polias moves forward, gets the ball off Yadam, but not good enough to test Simonson. Now Plessis looks to beat her defender. She's still got the ball at her feet. Georgia Plessis gets the ball in. Great ball by Plessis. Did well to get beyond Wise Jarvis. Ball into the box, and Simonson holds that. Lauren Johnson with the effort. Frampton again blocking the throw. Petrados looks to find Yadam, but a great challenge in midfield. Here's an opportunity for the away side, Charalumbus. Again, I'm not sure that aside from Emily Minnett's effort on goal, I don't think that Manly United have hit the target with any of their efforts so far. Yadam to Frampton, who's switched positions with Curry. Now doing just as good a job on the left back as she was at right back. Cleared away by Atkin upfield, looking for Johnson. Manly United defence recover well. And it looks like both sides have settled for this scoreline, and there's only 7 minutes remaining now in this match. Petrados. O'Brien. Ali Green gets out of trouble, as does Chloe O'Brien. Peric back for Simonson, who clears well upfield toward Charalumbus. Van Wieren loses out in midfield. It's the substitute Johnson. Does well to get past it. And look at the run Polias has made, but they can't find her. Now it's Plessis. beats one, has an effort. Just over the bar from Georgia Plessis. Not much to report on in the second half. Other than that half effort from Emily Minute. And a couple chances to Paddy Charalambous and Claudia Chalakian. The home team has really closed this one out professionally. It's Peric for Ali Green. Green looks for Charalambous. Lots of space there. Sunny Franco chasing this one down. Sunny Franco gets there. Fine work by the substitute. She's got Minute in the box, but she can't find her. Another easy pick up there for Wyman. Good touch there by the substitute, Vanzino. She's going to have a... It looked like she was going to lining up for a hit, but instead she tried to slip in Minute. And Frampton once more clears well for the home side. Van Wieren. Green can hit him, not this time. Beltos will go to the bench one more time. Ella Martins preparing to make her way onto the pitch, and it'll be Panayota Petraros to make her way off. And that surname is very popular in these parts of Sydney at Belmore Oval. A decent shift by Petratos. Didn't find herself on the score sheet and came into the game as the match progressed. We're into the last couple minutes now at Belmore Sports Ground. Sydney Olympic still lead by 2-0, and here's an opportunity for Plessis, but Simonson quick off her line. And a poor clearance by Atkin, and it's allowed Minute to come in. She's got Sunny Franco in the box if she can find her. Still Minute. Van Wieren. And it'll be a corner for the away side. Probably their last chance to do anything in this game. Need to find a goal soon. Well played there by Wyman. She did take out her own play in the meantime, but she did win the ball, and Ali Green with two dangerous crosses. And it's Chloe O'Brien now. Green with a neat flick. Need to get this ball forward, does the away side. Van Wieren trying to get onto this one, but once more, Jess Frampton, outstanding. Absolutely outstanding for Sydney Olympic. Beltos looking to make his last substitution. Fine work there by Curry. Seems more comfortable playing on the right side compared to the left. Peric does well to come away with the ball. She's found Minute. Sonny Franco now looking to get onto the end of this one inside the box. Got Atkin for company. She gets past one. Sonny Franco. And into the palms of Jada Wyman. And now Sarah Yadams come to the left. Stewart's overrun that ball. Sarah Yadam and Chloe O'Brien having a bit of a push around off the ball. They could both find themselves in the book. Sarah Yadam, formerly of Manly United. There could be some bad blood in the air there between those two. And they're lucky that neither found themselves in the book. It's Gisela Pepina that'll make her way onto the park, and she'll replace Georgia Plessis for the final few minutes of the second half. Ali Green has Paddy Charalumbus wide. Ali Green! Great strike by Ali Green. She's found the back of the net, and she's half the deficit, but he may be too little too late for the away side. Great strike by Ali Green. Sydney Olympic 2 now, Manly United 1. There's little time left now for Manly to get something from this one, but maybe one final chance could fall their way. But Jess Frampton now in uncharted territory for herself. Teresa Polias with a poor pass, intercepted. Venzino looks for Sonny Franco, and Franco's been dangerous since she's come on. And it looked like a stray elbow there from Franco late on Kate Halaska, but the referee says no, nothing giving. It'll be a throw to Manly. This could be one of the final chances of the second half. And the referee is given a yellow card. But I believe it'll still be a Manly United throw-in, interestingly enough. No, she's given the free kick. It's precious seconds there as well. Wasted for Manly United. It's a silly foul by Sonny Franco. That's her fifth yellow card of the campaign. She's had 6 in total, including the 2 when she got sent off 2 weeks ago. Here's a fine chance for Olympic. They can't capitalise. Manly clear, but only for an Olympic throw-in. Had they found one of their own players, they could have been in for a 4-on-4. Unsure how much time there is remaining. Manly need to get some urgency about them. They just don't seem to be able to get the ball out of their half right now. And the referees giving Manly a free kick opportunity here, but they're still deep in their half. They've got to get the ball to the other end. The referee looks at her watch. She's signalled how much there is left. Difficult to see from this position. Now Sonny Franco on the ball. 2 players in the box. Can she find them? She wins a throw. No one wants the ball. Here goes Franco into the box. It'll be a corner for the away side. This could be the last chance of the game for Manly. Almost everyone but Simonson in the box. Here's an opportunity. Minute. And they've missed the target. What a chance for the away side to pull a draw from this. Had to have done better. Emily Minute with the first miss. That was followed by Sonny Franco's volley. And that's full time. The last kick of the game. Manly United had the opportunity to pull a point from this one, having been 2 goals down in the first half. Thanks to Sarah Yadam and Sienna Fraser. It was a great goal to get Manly back into the game, but it was a little bit too late for them. Ali Green with an absolute bomb of a goal. And that's full time at Belmore Sports Ground. Sydney Olympic 2, Manly United 1.